What's going on, everybody? Admin Static here, back with another video. This is not a static synopsis. This is actually something else that we're going to talk about. Today we're going to talk about one of my favorite all-time series, Dragon Ball. Okay, and now today we just actually got a nice little teaser piece of artwork from Akira Toriyama consisting of Belmod, the God of Destruction for Universe 11. Yeah, 11. In case you guys don't know, this is God of Destruction of Universe 11, which is the home to the Pride Troopers, which consists of Jiren, Toppo, brain fart for a second, Dipso, and so forth. Apparently, taking a look at this picture, it shows Belmont walking away from someone else that's like another figure that's standing there, and it only shows partially the figure. Now, it's safe to assume from this figure's build that it's Jiren because of the muscular arm back there, and it's actually kind of somewhat proportionate to Jiren, but it's definitely not Toppo because you don't have the tiny legs in there or nothing like that, and it doesn't look fat at all. It's definitely muscular because pre-God Destruction form, Toppo is a fat ass. So, but as we see here, Belmont is walking away from this figure, and it looks like he's in a tethered uniform of the Pride Troopers. So it looks like Belmont used to be part of the Pride Troopers, which kind of it adds some more depth to Jiren's background and story and everything, like which he needs really fucking bad, but also gives us a piece of Belmont's origin. Now, this is what I really like about Super, because Super tends to answer everything that fans have made up along the years and that we haven't actually got any confirmation of, and Super has been doing that, and a lot of people don't like that for some reason. They don't like that that Super is now confirming things and debunking a lot of things that they've had over the years. But Super is doing a good job at filling in plot holes and covering bases now, and I enjoy it. So now when we looking here with Belmont, this is my guess. I think Belmont at this point in time, this is where he was leaving to become God of Destruction, and I believe that he probably had a fight with him and Jiren, or him and Toppo, to kind of like maybe take the title, and Belmont came out on top. Now again, this is during this time. We don't know how long ago this was where Belmont became the God of Destruction of Universe 11. We don't know how long ago it was. So it's safe to say that during that point, he was the strongest of the Pride Troopers, and he was able to go and get that God of Destruction title. But at the same time too, just because you're the strongest of that particular, he was the strongest of that particular, at that particular time, doesn't mean that's the reason he became God of Destruction. Because if you look at Toppo currently isn't the strongest of the Pride Troopers, but he was the next candidate for God of Destruction. He was getting trained for it. So, you know, like I said, that's still a theory. All this stuff is still theory, but it does fill in some gaps of like why Jiren and Belmont would exchange dialogue the way they do. They talk like they actually knew each other, and Belmont like knew Jiren's background and everything like that. He knew everything about Jiren, and the way they exchange dialogue like they they grew up together, or like I said in a post earlier, that they grew up, they talk to each other like they grew up at each other's house playing video games. Hey, bitch ass niggas, like, don't do that shit. Like they talk to each other like that. They talk slick and everything. But now we do know that Jiren is stronger than some of the gods of destruction, but we don't know for sure if Belmont is one of those gods. But either way you look at it, it's a pretty close thing between the two. It's safe to say that those two are pretty close in power, but I think during that particular time where Belmont left the Pride Troopers, that he was strong. He was the strongest one at the time. That's just my theory. At that given time, he was the strongest one, and he was walking away saying, like, all right, y'all, it's been good. I'm about to go do this. I'll see you around. So I'm excited for them to actually expand on that and give us some stories behind Belmod. I want stories behind all these new characters that we're getting, like actual good stories behind these characters. I know Dragon Ball is centered around Goku and it's supposed to be about Goku and how his life unfolds and everything around him counterplay, but you know, it would be nice to see, you know, them branch off and give us a piece of each character. It doesn't I'm not asking for a full season of just Jiren or just Belmont. Just give us at least 1 or 2 episodes talking about this character and how, like, so that we can get some kind of depth behind them and stuff like that. I would not only would that be appreciated toward the canon and everything like that and people that love these characters, but it'll also help you guys feel out the manga and the TV shows. Like, you look for these fillers to put in, these canonical fillers to put in, and whether you like it or not, people, like, fillers are canon. Like, the fillers inside of stuff are canon. They're connected, period. Like, the filler wouldn't happen if certain events didn't take place for that particular filler, unless it's one of those special episode fillers to where they're doing some weird shit, like the some weird shit that's outside, like some holiday special bullshit on a different planet. You get what I'm saying? But like, these stuff connects. But I digress. But I feel like this is really interesting and everything like that. Shout out to Daniel Thompson and Vincent. I'm sorry, I can't say your last name. I have a problem saying your last name, homie. But he's the admin of this particular Dragon Ball page. Shout out to them for providing this screenshot for me, because I couldn't find it for the fuck of my life. I couldn't find like an actual screenshot from it, and Vincent go ahead and sent it to me. And I give credit to Daniel to actually posting it and letting me see this, and then I did a little bit of research on it and everything like that. So shout out to those guys. This is Admin Static of the Nerds of Combat page, and I'm out. Y'all have a good one.